Hey guys, let me give you some middle school advice. So my most suggested video recently has been a sit-down video, so today I wanted to give you guys some tips and advice for new middle schoolers. I think these can be taken into new schools or even just high school in general other than only middle school, and I really hope these tips can help you in your daily life throughout your school year. I'd hope that you could see. So to start off, I wanted to give you some advice from the beginning of the school year, and I mean that as in before even school starts into progressing through the school year. This could be literally a week before school starts or even a month actually, but I really recommend that you get used to checking your emails and your classroom websites, whether it be Google Classroom, Canvas, or literally any other website. But I really think you should be able to get a habit into checking your emails a lot. This is how your teachers communicate, this is how you get extra info, and this is how you just communicate between your teachers, between your school staffs, and literally everyone. Following up with that, I really recommend that you practice checking up on your tasks and your events. For me, my organization sources was one, Notion. You can check out the video that's linked on the top corner of this video, or just go down below to the description and check out the link. Notion is a source just to stay organized, and I think it's a great source for me and just people in general, students, teachers, staff members, literally your parents, literally whoever. It just helps you organize and stay on track of everything. There's a template for calendars, there's a template for to-do lists, there's a template for just keeping on track of everything. And this could be used for school uses or even personal uses. But if you are more of a paper person, I really recommend getting a planner. And this could be a month view of it, a weekly view, a daily view, and it just really helps you to keep on track of everything. However, in whatever way your class structure works, you kind of need a planner. You need to keep track of your tests. Sometimes you're going to forget what day you have your test, or what day that assignment is due, or some reminders that your teacher told you about. You really need to stay on track of that. Okay, so I know there is a orientation the week before school starts, and you really need to go to this. I really recommend attending the orientation. So the orientation does give you a whole tour. I mean, it is different from schools, but most likely you're going to get a tour, and you really need to know how your campus looks like, because I'm sure you don't want to get lost in your own campus. And you also get to know what class is where and where is this and where is what. And an orientation is also going to help you to get to know people. Like, I've met a few friends from my orientation. It just helps you acknowledge who's at your school now, who's in the same grade as you, and gets to see your whole view of your class. Yeah, so orientation can help you with a lot of things before school starts. So I really recommend you guys to attend the orientation. Okay, so school started and you're a few days in. You should acknowledge who your teachers are and what they like and what they dislike. And most of this is going to be on your syllabus, but it's great to know how your teacher's grading works. In your class, I also think you should recognize and acknowledge the type of students in your class. Because sometimes you're going to have like 5 top A students, sometimes you're going to have like 3 class clowns, and you really need to acknowledge that, which will also help you prepare for your classes in the future. Another lazy afternoon. This is a pretty big topic, but also I know that there's a lot of things that a lot of people worry about, but classes is also another topic that I think kind of has to be discussed. So there's so many things. Classes is such a wide topic, and I can talk about everything in classes, but to keep it limited, in your classes throughout the school year, a few things that you really need to remind yourself is to always try to stay focused. And there are going to be so many times when you're just dead. Sometimes you're just going to fall asleep, and there's going to be times where you don't want to listen, but you really need to try. And this isn't only for you, but this is just in general for the upcoming days of your school year. So something my school was always reminded about was always giving your best. And so sometimes you're gonna have to come in late at night and just be so exhausted at school, so tired, and just be dead in the middle of class. And I'm pretty sure everyone has gone through that, but in that moment, just remind yourself to give all that you can. Okay, so leading up to that topic, try taking notes in every one of your classes. I know that's really hard, but when there's an important lesson, you need to take notes, and that's gonna help you just with muscle memory. And that's not only gonna help you with studying in general, but it's also gonna help you with homework and just reminding yourself and just soaking in what you learned at school. Okay, so the next topic I wanted to talk about kind of leads into what I just talked about, of just taking notes and keeping track, but grades. Number one that a lot of people kind of put down is don't focus all on your grades. Don't put all of your brain just on your grades. That ruins your whole personality, your whole life, and just kind of ruins your social, mental, and emotional stability. So something I remind myself all the time is study all you can for your tests and quizzes. And that might mean staying up late and reviewing all your notes. That might mean going online to search up some practice tests and quizzes. Sometimes that means going over every single lesson that you went over in math class. You're not gonna have any regrets at the end, and you're gonna be proud of yourself for what you did, no matter what the grade was. Okay, so I know as you're going into middle school, the biggest topic you ever wonder about is friends. And that's a topic that is always talked about between people, that I'm just going to remind you guys that you're not going to click with everyone. But I do recommend that if you look around and see someone interesting, go talk to them. You don't know how many friends I've made just because I talked to them, and so many friends I've made because they talked to me. Because you have so many classes, there's going to be at least one class that you don't know anyone, and I mean no one, personally at least. But try talking to the people that are next to you, like even just try getting to know them, getting to know their name, and getting to know what school they're from. So when you talk to them, it never means you're gonna be best friends with them. You're never gonna leave your other friends and just become friends with them all of a sudden. It just means that you're gonna have a new classmate that you personally know. You're gonna ask them for homework advice, from school advice. You're gonna be able to have a new partner in your class, and it's just a great way to get out of your comfort zone in your new school year and just get to know more people. And so I really recommend just talk to people if you think they're interesting. And with friends, the biggest advice I can give you is also just be open to get to know people. If you're closing out everyone, it's just gonna make it harder for you to be around new people. And I'm sure you're always gonna want to stick with people that you've known from elementary school, but sometimes new people is needed. You don't know what new people are gonna give you. A lot of people come and go, but there's also people who come and stay. And those people who come and stay are always gonna give you a lesson, but people who come and go are also gonna give you the biggest lesson that you would have never learned without them. Now, another advice I can give you is never rely on your friends to make friends for you. For example, if you have a friend who's just outgoing, who's gonna talk to so many people, don't expect them to make friends that'll lead you to make friends with them. And that's not always the case, where your extrovert friend makes a friend and you become friends with them as well. Learn to talk to people on your own time and make friends on your own. That's a big topic I would literally avoid. And I've experienced a lot of drama in middle school. Now, if you're not part of any drama, don't make your way in there. Don't squeeze your way between the people of the crowd. Just say, hey, I'm gonna be part of this drama now. Because drama is so chaotic. It's such a disgusting topic to be around. So if you're not part of any drama, thank the Lord, you don't want to be part of any drama. So don't even try to make your way in there, and try your best not to stay in any chaotic drama. And if you're going through a big drama scenario, I might have a chance of understanding what you're going through. Now, let's say you are in a session of drama. Do all that you can to get out of it. I know sometimes there's people who say that drama is a bit fun and it's a bit exciting to listen to, but if you're in it, it's the most disgusting thing to experience. When you are experiencing drama, pretend like you don't care. That's the biggest thing you can do. Relating to crushes, relating to friends, that's the biggest topic. In a group, just don't even talk about what's going on. For a few days, just ignore what's going on, and I tell you, you're gonna forget about what happened, and they're gonna forget about what happened, and drama is just gonna end like that. Now, talking about that, I think in middle school, everyone experiences losing a friend. So I know in middle school, when you just go in, there's just, like, starting from like the second day of school, there's people dating. I think the biggest thing you need to be reminded of is don't force yourself into relationships. That's not gonna get you anywhere. Even if you were in a relationship, it's not gonna be genuine, and there's really no point of going into a relationship at such a young age. Enjoy your time as a growing teenager. You'll have your whole life to date someone, but middle school is your time where to get to know about yourself. It's also when you grow into a better version of yourself. You might find out about this throughout the school year, but it's just a time where a lot of people go through hormones, puberty, just changes into their body and getting to know themselves. And I think in middle school, you're gonna meet so many heartbreakers, you're gonna meet players, and so much more. I know a lot of people say this, but sometimes, and most of the time, middle school relationships don't work out in the long term. In middle school, you might experience times where you have the biggest feelings for someone, but you're gonna lose it really quickly. And as you're in relationships, one, you really need to make sure that you really know them, but it also genuinely means that you're kind of committing into getting to know someone and kind of sharing who you are with another person. And if you are going to commit into relationships, I really recommend you to hold it off the latest into high school, the earliest into high school, or really get to know how you feel and be patient with yourself. Even before you look for relationships, really acknowledge what you want in a relationship, what your standards are, what you think is really bad in a relationship and what you think is really good in a relationship. Thank you guys so much for staying until the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys stick with these tips I gave you guys today in whatever age you are and whatever new area you're going into. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!